All right, what's up, guys? Anthony here, Special Analysis. Apologize, my voice is a little off, a little under the weather here, but wanted to talk about Match Group MTCH, current price action, what's happening, what potential expectations we may have in the near future. So we're going to take a look. This is a daily chart. Did some basic higher time frame analysis on the weekly. I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. Just some minor channel structure, identifying some highs and lows. Clearly see we have some a footing here on this top that was tested several times. Price action did surge through it. We really kind of really struggled kind of at this area right here, 170, and we've really fallen back fairly aggressively since then. So I use the weekly chart for analysis, channel structures, things of that nature. Then I dial it into the daily, and then I kind of got to see what's happening right now. So really nice buying opportunity here set up. You can see that we're in an uptrend. We've kind of made a double bottom here, right at this level, 28.10 roughly. So this area here is holding really nicely, 28 and change, call it that. And we're pushing off from there. So we made a little impulse here, made a little bit of correction, went into a period of consolidation, and we've broken that consolidation. So you can see some really high buying volume came in right here on this candle, which is where we formed this channel structure off of. Price popped up, took a little gap, closed the gap on this little candle right here, and formed this beautiful. I'm going to just try to zoom it in a little bit so it's a little easier to see. This really beautiful kind of support structure. Right, here's our floor or our base. Right, we need to identify where the sellers stepped in and the buyers rejected them going any lower. Here's our correction. You can see we pulled back really nicely. We broke above that correction. So the buyers are still in control. You can see the buying volume pop back up right here. The sellers said, wait a minute, let's see what's going to transpire. Maybe we can push lower. Ultimately, they just simply tested this support structure I had drawn. They got rejected. And once again, they opened right here, tested it again, and the buyers continued to step in. And you can see that we have rising buying volume. Now, the buying candles are not huge, understanding that we are going into year end. This is through the holiday season, the approach to Christmas. But guys, identifying who's in control by volume analysis and employing very basic, very simplistic price action interpretation would allow you to consider an opportunity like this with a great amount of confidence. So we are pushing higher really nicely. Again, this is the day before the weekend of New Year's. I'm not expecting, insane amounts of volume. Most of the market is just functioning on algorithms and last minute year end, balancing, Q4 balancing. But if we do continue to push higher from here, I got a couple levels of concern. I think if we can squeeze above and close above this channel structure and 37.70 and stay above it, and that may mean closing above it and retesting it, confirming that the buyers are going to reject the sellers here. I think from this area right here, again, settling above, confirming that what is now resistance could be considered new support, that the buyers would then have a chance to drive price up here, potentially towards 42.60 or on the approach to that. What does the approach to that mean? It means roughly about 1%, 1 to 2% prior to that. When I'm using a daily or weekly chart, I'm looking for a 1 to 2% confirmation. And that means closing above this resistance area here. I'd want to see it close above by 1 to 2%. And then I want to see it actually even potentially retest this area. Now, it may close above and just rip higher, but it may close above and then kind of pull back and fall back into this area. So I think staying above this upper channel structure, above 37.70, would be vital for the buyers to have the opportunity to continue to drive price up here towards 42.60. Now, estimated time, right? Because everyone wants to know how quick is this going to happen, especially those of you who are proficient with options trading. There's probably, this I would consider Q1, like into 2024. So call it maybe a 2 to 3 month objective here. If we start to slow down a little bit, maybe 3 to 5 months, I would consider this descending channel structure on the weekly chart a 3 to 5 month objective if we close above this area right here. So it's all contingent on what transpires in and around this area. Now, we may maintain this channel structure for God knows how long, right? As long as this channel top remains resistance and this channel bottom remains support, we could dance in this channel for months, quarters, years. Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? It's really really comes down to, is there enough buying pressure that pushes us through this area in the near term future to give us that potential to run towards 42.60, followed by 44.5, and of course this descending weekly channel structure. So quite a bit going on here. For those of you who are curious, what's plotted on the chart here for my higher time frame analysis, and you can use it for really any analysis, I use the Hawkeye tools, which if you're interested in them, I'd be more than happy to show them to you, give you the insight to what they are, how they work, and if you decide you'd like to get your hands on them, I can certainly help you do that as well. So that's what I use, when it comes to traditional analysis, right? I use the Hawkeye tools because they give me the insight that I need to see what the market is not only doing, but what it's likely to do next, right? Volume is the only leading indicator within the market, and all of the Hawkeye tools are built off of volume. So I'm a big proponent, a big promoter of understanding volume analysis, understanding price action, and pairing those two things together will ultimately provide you with a trading experience that you're not unlikely to have without having that foundational understanding. You can employ all the tools and technology that you want. If you don't understand that volume is the leading indicator of price action, how to read and interpret price action, you would have no idea that this is the ideal area to enter the market. But I'm willing to teach you all of this. So it comes down to, can I be of service to you? Are these tools going to be beneficial to you? And if they are, we can get them in your hands. We can discuss training and things of that nature, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what form of technology you're using or how you're approaching the market. If you don't understand volume and price action, everything else beyond that becomes A, lagging, and B, irrelevant without this foundation. So if you want to learn more about my approach, want to learn more about the products and services I offer, there's links below this video. I encourage you to click on them, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless, guys.